Hi there, it's Ben from Trade Wizard Gaming, and today we're going to be doing a booster box opening with a little bit of a twist. What I have here are a booster box of Guilds of Ravnica and 36 packs of Ravnica Allegiance, which used to be in a booster box at one time. And we're going to be doing a Battle of the Guilds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the two boxes, sort them into 10 guilds, and we're going to price out the 10 guilds and see which guild comes out on top as far as value. So I think I'm going to do this in a two-part video series. So let's just put aside the guilds and see what we get from Ravnica Allegiance, hoping to open up Shocklands, Hydroid Crises, and I don't even know. Some Planeswalkers, why not? But mostly Shocklands. Trying to get through into my Shockland collection, get my play sets. What we have first is a Biomancer's Familiar, Simic, bulk rare. For this contest, we're going to be just looking at rares and foil rares. So no uncommons, even though there are a few commons that are worth $1 or $2. We have a foil Sharktocrab, shiny, and a Lavinia for Azorius. I don't know what the average Shockland count is. We got Warrant Warden out of this pack, Azorius, no shocks. But I don't know, it's three or four Shocklands per box reasonable. There's 5 rares, so it's a lot of slots. In this case, we have our first mythic, Rakdos the Showstopper, and no foil. It's our first Rakdos card. And here we have Ethereal Absolution. Bomb rare in limited, not so amazing for value. Here I'll have just leave the foils in a different pile down here. So I'm going to do the 5 guilds for Ravnica Allegiance, and then price them out. Planning on doing might need to do a 6th pile for 5 color cards. That was Nikia of the Old Ways. I don't know if anyone's playing this in Commander. Doubling your mana is pretty powerful, but not any value there. Notorious TBG in that pack. Trollbred Guardian, Mythic Uncommon. Font of Agonies is our rare. Bulk rare, basically unplayable. I don't know what this was printed for. So it's mono black. I guess we're going to call this a Orzhov card or a Rakdos card. I'm not sure. It's removal and you're paying life. Font of Agonies. The art looks a little more Orzhov to me. Nicol Bolas is on the flavor text, so that doesn't really help us. I'm going to say that's Orzhov. Okay. Here we have another Biomancer's Familiar. So Simic is a little behind. You know, it's 1 Hydroid Crisis away from catching up, but not a great start. So I think the first Shockland we have is going to just catapult that guild into the lead. We have another double, Lavinia Azorius Renegade. So that's our second Lavinia. And nothing else in the pack. And a second Rakdos the Showstopper. So we're going through the bunch of duplicates here. Duplicate Mythic. Actually, I don't even have any idea if Rakdos or Mythia or any of these legendaries have any value. I'm assuming not, since they're not being played in competitive play, but you never know with the legendaries. Okay, we have our first Shockland. Stomping Ground. Get out those, what do you call them, prime times. And so Gruul takes the lead. Get your Valakut decks, Primeval Titans ready. And here, Foil Stomping Ground and Smothering Tithe. So, there we go. There's our big money card so far. And by big money, I mean, I don't know, a few dollars more than a regular Stomping Ground. I don't think it's big. I believe Smothering Tithe is pretty popular in Commander, so that's definitely going to be an Urza card because it's got the gold and the money. And the flavor text here is, I await your donation, Dasha, Urza Priest. And a Gatebreaker Ram, which would be like a, I don't know, 12th pick on Magic Arena. So we're up to 2 shocks. We have Foil Syndicate Messenger Common, Shiny, and a Theater of Horrors. So, again, bulk rare. Going in the Rakdos. Rakdos Guildgate. Second Warrant Warden with an Essence Capture hiding behind it here. So, Lavinia and Dovin Bond. Point and punch. We can sort these up. So we have 4 Urza rares so far, and all of them have Lavinia on them. Don't mind spending a little more time with Lavinia. She seems like a fun girl. Gruul Guildgate. Breeding Pool. Alright, I think that's the top Shockland. Not too shabby. Takes us a step up for Simic. And Prime Speaker Vanifar. That's another Mythic for Simic. And pretty good. People are still brewing with this in Modern. And it's a pretty popular Commander card. There's all sorts of infinite combos that you can just breeding pool creatures all the way up the mana curve with her. Get a bunch of effects that untap your creatures. And we have a foil Skitter Eel, and the rare is Unbreakable Formation. Not bad, played a little bit in Standard, but... So, this would... what guild is this? This has got to be Azorius here. Look at these guys. They've got the little Azorius guild mark on their shields, so... Oh, plus addendum. Yeah, it's got the addendum keyword on it, so it's clearly Azorius. Incubation Druid. Rakdos Firewheeler for uncommons. So obviously a Simic. Not getting a ton of standard play, but maybe when Llanowar Elves just rotates out, it might come in a little bit more. It's definitely a solid card. We got Revival Revenge split card, which is a little animate dead and double your life total, halve your opponents. Clearly Orzhov. Not many Artifact rares are 5 colors. We haven't found one yet. Whew. Blood Crypt, 3rd Shockland. 4th Shockland. 4th Shockland we have here. Rakdos getting in on the action. We got here a Ravager Worm. No foil. Ravager Worm. Mythic Worm. Back to the Craw Worm from Alpha. A little bit better for 6 mana. 4/5 with Riot. Fights a creature on ETB. Let's put that over there. So we're about halfway done. Halfway done, and our Shockland count is doing pretty good. Mass Manipulation, Mind Control on an X spell. So this is actually a Dimir card. But I don't, it's kind of weird. I mean, it's control, so I'll say it's Azorius, but this is kind of a Dimir card. If you want to call shenanigans, yeah, put it in the comments. It's kind of weird finding a Dimir card in the Ravnica Allegiance set, but I'm going to make some judgment calls here. Azorius Guildgate, foil Law Mage's Binding, and a 2nd Theater of Horrors. It is a Phyrexian Arena, only it deals damage to your opponent instead of you. Alright, here we have a 2nd Revival Revenge. This is just the packs of duplicate rares. Overall, pretty happy with how we're doing so far. And here we have a foil rare and a rare. What we got here is 2nd Breeding Pool. Not bad, not bad. I mean, getting pretty close to these playsets that I need. And a foil Repudiate Replicate, which is kind of a crazy card. You can counter a targeted activated or triggered ability, which is Stifle, or Replicate, which is a sorcery clone, copying a target creature you control. Double Simic. So 2 breeding pools. I'm assuming Simic is in the lead now with 2 breeding pools and Prime Speaker Vanifar. Interesting to see how it turns out. We've got another Simic rare, bulk rare this time, Zagana Utopian Speaker. Alright, this one's not bad. Mesmerizing Benthid with the very cute illusion tokens, squid tokens. So, Mesmerizing Benthid. Which guild is this? I'm going to say this is a Simic card. Underwater Squid Octopus. It's got to be a Simic card. The Azorius don't have squid. Lavinia eats squid. Her work dinner's out with Jace. Alright, here we have Gatebreaker Ram and Cindervines. Powerhouse sideboard card in Standard and Modern. Looks like we've got 7 or 8 packs left. Alright, we've got Foil Guildgate and Teysa, my girl from Urza, Teysa Karlov. Doubling those death triggers. And a foil Guildgate. Alright, another mythic. Seraph of the Scales. Our Seraph Angel. Anyway, another powerhouse. Angel, Flying, Vigilance, Death Touch, and Afterlife. Okay, alright, Hydroid Crisis. That's the first one I've opened up with all these drafts and pre-releases I've done. Need a sleeve for this guy. It's kind of losing a little bit of focus since the Mythic Invitational is coming up, and that's best of one. So Hydroid Crisis hasn't been getting a lot of play in best of one, but it is still a top card in standard best of three. I think Sultai just put 3 decks into the top 8 at Magic Fest Kyoto, is that correct? Anyway, we have Unplayable Rampage of the Clans, which is, yeah, you can draft it because there's no Naturalize in this set, but it is not a good card. Clearly a Gruul card with Domi Raid on the cover. Art. Alright, 4 packs left. Trollbred Guardian, and this is another Mass Manipulation. Well, we put the last one with the Azorius. I think they could use a little help, not having any shocks. 3 packs left. Come on, let's finish off with a bang. One more shock. Not Judith. Scourge Diva. This seems like a great goal for a number of cosplayers. Probably not me. I don't think red's my color. What do we got here? Tome of the Guild Pact. Okay, so this is a 5-color. This is a 5-color card. Well, we don't have any other 5-color cards here, so maybe I should put this into a... I said I was going to do a separate pile. Yeah, I think it's a separate pile. Pile 6. Obviously going to be the loser pile. Let me put that down here near the foils. And last pack. To definitely combine the artifact and multicolored cards from the 2 sets. So here's a Thrash Threat for Gruul. Nice little removal spell. Makes creature token. Okay, so we have these set up. So let me clean up for a second. I'll try to edit this down to waste as little time as possible. We can speed this up and figure out how much we opened. I don't think this is going to recoup the cost of a booster box, or even close. But actually, the Crisis, I have no idea how much the Crisis is anymore. So maybe we can get there. So we'll pull up my app. Okay, so let's do Azorius first. $4.48, which is obvious loser material here. $60.14. Okay, we have 7 cards, $16.01. Rakdos, $16.09. Was that just a cent over? The Urza? Not bad, not bad. Well, there it is. We have 10 cards, $67.48. We got back the value of our box, and let's see in the next video how Guilds of Ravnica can hold up to that. This Simic might take better than the whole box, but we'll see next time. Thanks a lot.